in ways that I'm not even expecting, just because happy Sunday, guys. So this video is long overdue, mind, since last night, like in the middle of the night, I woke up and I had all these ideas. I've been really hesitant for a while to kind of like go all the way there. I talked about this in one of my vlogs. I was kind of like on the fence of making the second channel and dedicating that towards faith and spirituality and things of that sort. But it's like the more I thought about it and the more I sat with it and the more I prayed about it, I realized that by doing that, I was reacting out of fear. I was reacting out of, well, what if everyone doesn't want to hear about this? What if I start to lose subscribers? What if you know, brands no longer want to work with me because I'm talking about faith, and a lot of brands are just, you know, they focus on beauty or fashion. And so I started having all these thoughts, and it started creating all these doubts in my mind as to why I should just stick to having, you know, one straight and narrow path like every other beauty lifestyle vlogger. And the more I prayed on it, the more I felt myself drawing away from it. I felt myself just getting to a point where I just wanted to let it go altogether. So I stopped using social media a lot. I stopped posting frequently. I started, when I did post, it wasn't really like the typical beauty or lifestyle vlog type videos. I continued to ask for clarity during the entire time. Like, I didn't pray for, oh, you know, make this work, or oh, make this happen. I noticed, like, in February, I was looking at my goals and I was just like, you know, all of my goals are like super selfish. Like, all of my goals for the year were like, launch this and do this and create this and sell this and make this amount of money. And it was just like, it's great to be, you know, to want to be independent and to have that focus, but a huge area of my life was lacking, and that was faith. And I knew this for years. Like, this is not something that's new. This is something that literally for years I've dealt with, you know, wanting to fully commit myself to my faith and to God, but I was so hesitant and so afraid to do it. And it wasn't until February of this year that I decided, you know what, like, none of this makes sense. Like, I almost felt like I was lacking purpose. I felt like I was doing so many different things, all to reach a all for selfish reasons, all to say like, I did this, I made this amount of money, but I lost my purpose along the way, because I was focusing on numbers and I was focusing on money and brand sponsorships and all of those things that you sometimes think YouTube is. Like, you're like, oh, in order to be considered a YouTuber or a blogger or vlogger, I have to be doing what everyone else is doing. And that's not true, because it's like the more I sat with it, the more I realized that I was forcing it. I was forcing certain things. Not to say I'm not passionate about beauty or about style, because that's obvious. But I knew that after a while, a shift was happening. And I was so afraid to admit that and to share that with you guys that I wasn't being authentic to myself. I was literally just doing things because I felt like I had to do them. Because I felt like I was like a part of this unspoken of race that we all low-key compete for. Once you start, it's like you get so addicted to the numbers and the comments and the likes and the subscribes. And when I took a step back from it, it made me realize that none of that was important. When I really took a step back and I started to, you know, pray more and to read my Bible and to focus on myself more and just draw within and stop doing things because they felt expected, I got clarity. And you know, for a while, it didn't come immediately, because it's now April, about to be May soon, and I've been feeling confused about my YouTube channel and the direction I wanted to move in for months, like way before February. February was kind of just when I admitted it, but I've felt this way since like last year. I remember I made a video called Leaving YouTube, and that was like in the summertime, and like around that time is when I started to just question like all of the things, like why am I doing all of this, like what am I doing? And I just think that it's so awesome to finally have clarity and to finally have a sense of direction that feels genuine to myself, and it also feels like I'm connecting back to my purpose. It feels so good to finally be doing that, because for a while I was not. I have to be completely honest with you guys. It was a numbers thing. It was like that YouTube hustle that you just get caught up in, and I got caught up in it. And but it feels nice to be back and to be centered and to feel like I'm walking in my purpose again. And like I knew that this was the right path, and I knew that I was making the right step by getting back into it, because last night, when I tell you I've been like completely just uninspired for months when it comes to making YouTube videos, and last night I created so many different topics and series and conversations, and all of them pertain to helping others and inspiring others, like back to that core of why I started doing all of this in the first place, like back from my sewing stardom days. If you guys remember that, if you remember that, comment down below if you remember my blog Sewing Stardom. But it just feels like such a relief to just have that clarity now, and I'm so excited to share with you guys all of the things that I have been brainstorming. It's like I'm so excited, and I also am very grateful that, you know, I was hesitant about going in this direction and just being open about faith and religion, because like I mentioned before, a lot of YouTubers don't do that because it limits you sometimes. Like if you start talking about certain things, it limits the type of people that will follow you. It limits the type of brands that you can work with and the different type of opportunities, but it also opens up so many other opportunities. Like I'm fully confident that this is the direction that I'm supposed to be going in, and I know that God is going to pour blessings back into my life in ways that I'm not even expecting, just because yeah, just because I'm being courageous enough to do his work and to do what it is that I know I'm supposed to be doing. It's like, it just feels like such a relief. And I know that religious talk isn't everyone's cup of tea. That's fine. That's understandable. If you feel, you know, if you feel inclined to unsubscribe, totally understand. But like I said, I know that this is just opening doors for other opportunities and for people who need what it is that is on my heart to share. And you guys have been so appreciative so far. Like I was honestly surprised at how many people were interested and wanted me to do more, and you know, we're so grateful and that I was talking about these things. So, you know, it's interesting, sometimes we want things so badly that was never for us. It's like we will fight so hard for things sometimes that was never a part of God's plan. It was like maybe it was our plan and that's what we saw ourselves doing. But it's so crazy when I think about like where I am now and where I imagined that I would be, like when I was in like high school and at FIT, when I was at college. Like my life is so different from what I thought I wanted it to be back then. And it's just so crazy to see how much you evolve as a person, you know, as time goes on and as your interests change. You know, why me? Why was I given such this scary task to carry? Like, why was I chosen to do this? And now I just think like, why not me? Why not me? Why am I not the perfect candidate for something like this? And now I see that I am. Like, I don't feel 100% prepared, but I also feel like I'm being pushed to do it anyway. And sometimes that's how you get wiser, is by being put in a situation. You know, am I ready? Is it the right time? And there's never a right time. The right time is when you feel called to do it. I'm just grateful for you guys for sticking around and watching my journey. I'm very excited to share it with you. So let's get into some of the things that I'm going to be discussing moving forward now that we've gotten that off our, we'll see. But I'm going to be posting videos once per week. I'll leave it at that for sure. And I have a couple of different series that I'm going to be doing. One is going to be like a continuation of the Tima Talk. So it's going to be Ask Tima, where you can send me your Q&A questions, whether it's about hair, beauty, skincare, faith, because although my main interest and focus is shifting a lot and it's not so much beauty driven, I still love beauty. I still love makeup and skincare and hair care, and I'm growing my hair out. It's like growing so much. So I'm still going to talk about that stuff, but I'm just not putting myself in a bubble of that's all I'm going to talk about. And I know that, you know, that's just like a layer underneath the main focus. So I'm still going to talk about that stuff. So in the Ask Tima, you can submit your questions to asktima@gmail.com, or you can comment down below, whichever you feel more comfortable with. I may even do it via Instagram too, but I don't know. I feel like my Instagram following isn't strong enough to do it on Instagram. So if you guys feel comfortable and if you want to comment down below, you can do that. If you don't and you want to send a private message and you don't want to use your name or whatever, you can send it at asktima@gmail.com. So that's one of the little series that I'm going to be doing. Some of the other ones, really excited, but I'm not going to, you know, put it all out there yet. But there will be much more faith discussions, and I'm growing in my faith and my spirituality, and I want to help you guys if you are on that path as well, or if you've been considering it. I just want to share the information that I'm learning. By no way, shape, or form am I an expert, because this is something that's still very new to me, but I plan to work with other people who know more than I know. So you won't just be getting my opinion all the time. So with that being said, ladies, I'm so glad that you're here, and I just want to thank you guys again, like, so much. I want to just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting, and just thank you for being here and just rocking with me. It's overwhelming, honestly. But I just feel grateful to be in the position that I'm in, and to have this platform where I can share and hopefully inspire you guys. So thanks for watching, and make sure you comment down below with your questions or what you want to see in the future, what you're looking forward to. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later.